guys, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my top 15 polish picks for spring. So these are some polishes that I think are just perfect for this time of year, and I'm going to try to wear all 15 of these in the 3 spring months. So between March, April, and May, I'm going to try to squeeze all of these in, so the average is about 5 a month. A couple of them I've already wore, and if I use them in like a nail art or maybe like a Skittle manicure, I'm planning on maybe doing one of those, that'll count as using it for spring. So I don't think it'll be too difficult as often as I change my nails. You can see I've already changed them because the one that I had on my last video, you could see I had some nicks in it and it was just driving me crazy. So I decided to do something a little bit funky. This gives me like 70s vibes. I just freehanded some swirls and swiggles and, you know, nothing too crazy, but I was just playing around with some of my new polishes. But yeah, I'm just going to show you my top 15 picks, and I kind of went in a rainbowish kind of order in a way that kind of made sense to me. So I'm going to start off with the Olive and June CCT. This is the one I had on in the last video, and it's just a very beautiful light neutral nail. The swatch just really doesn't do it justice, but you saw this in the last video, so I just wanted to go ahead and add that one. And this one I'm considering already done because I did wear it for spring, but I may actually wear it again because I really loved this one. But yeah, so that's Olive and June CCT, and it's a beautiful like natural French manicure nail and perfect for really any time of the year, but something about it just seemed really springy to me. Okay, going in with another one of my new ones, and this is the Ella and Mila So in Love. This was the light baby pink that I really liked. Here's the swatch for that. But yeah, this is just a perfect ballerina slipper kind of pink. Not too like bright or bubblegumish. I've said that a lot in my last video, but I feel like this one's really, really pretty, even on my skin tone, and not too out there. And it just like screams spring or like baby shower, which makes me think of spring for some reason. But yeah, so this is So in Love by Ella and Mila. And then just a tinge bit darker than that and a little bit more on the bubblegum side. This is not my favorite polish on myself, but I am going to make myself wear it, or at least use it in a Skittle manicure. And this is the Hardcore Party by Sally Hansen. And I have a whole video with my Hard as Nail Sally Hansen swatches. And I nicked this one. I'm so bad about just like nicking nail polish before it dries. But this one's a little bit more on like that bubblegum pink side of things. But it is still really pretty. I'll show it next to So in Love. You can see it's just a little bit more vibrant, more pink. This one looks a little bit more peachy, where this one has a little bit more of a cool tone. But both are very spring feeling, and yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to put this in a Skittle rather than a full manicure, but I do want to squeeze it in for the spring season because I know I'm not going to wear this in like winter or anything, because it's not a color that I'm going to be tempted to reach for a lot anyway, and I want to make myself wear my polishes. And yeah, so anyway, Hardcore Party by Sally Hansen. Into a little bit more of a peachy, natural kind of tone, and this is OPI's You've Got Nada on Me, and this is more of like a nude shade, but still, you know, got that pink hue to it. And I think this one's really pretty. It's got that orangey, peachy tone to it, so I feel like it's flattering on my nail. This would be a very good like nude kind of polish for myself. But again, very springtime and just pretty and feminine, and that's what I think of for spring, just like very feminine colors. But here it is next to those other two, so you can see it's a little deeper, a little warmer, but beautiful. I really, really like this shade. Okay, and then going into even more of a peach, this is Haughty by LA Colors, and it is just a very vibrant, in-your-face coral peach. Very, very, very much screams spring to me. I love this. This would actually also be a very good summer shade in my opinion, but definitely want to wear this spring, and it's more vibrant and bright, so, you know, makes me think of like flowers and new life and sunshine and just exciting. So that is Haughty by LA Colors. Now we have a yellow, and this is the most vibrant yellow in my collection. The yellow I have on my nails, this is the one by Nailtopia, Glow Up, I think is what it was called. and it was still like a very vibrant yellow, but this even makes this one look almost orange. So this is just very bright, very neon. It is sheer. This is just 2 coats on this swatch, so it would take 3 to get full opacity. You can even see my manicure through the swatch a little bit. But this one's called Sunshine. I don't think I said that yet. But yeah, this is Sunshine by LA Colors, and it is like the perfect bright yellow. You may need to put a white base or a nude base under it to build opacity. So it's not the best performing polish, but I can make it work. And it's just very, like, I could not add this one. It's literally like a lemon drop. So perfect. Back into the neutral territory, this is like a pale yellow nude, and this one is called Behind the Scenes. And so it still has that yellow tone, but it's very much like a nude shade, and very soft, very girly, I feel like, but also in a classy way, not overly bright. I'll show you next to the other yellow. Like, it looks yellow until you put it next to this. So, but it's a beautiful, classy yellow. If you want to do a yellow nail, but you don't want to have something quite as bright and in your face as the Sunshine one. But yeah, that is OPI Behind the Scenes. And I really, really do love this one. Like, I'm pretty sure I've wore this one before. This is one of my older polishes. And I just like it. Like, it's nothing like crazy, but it's just a little bit of a different twist on a nude. Actually, I want to compare this one to one of my new ones. So this is the one I was thinking of. This is the All or Nothing by Essie. Whoops. And this definitely has more of a peach tone to it. But they're kind of in the same family, kind of got a little bit of the same feeling or vibe to them. But this one's definitely more of like a creamy pale yellow, where this is a little bit more of a peach. This one looked really yellow until I put it next to this one, and then you can really tell it's more of a, you know, peachy tan. But anyway, back to this one, OPI's Behind the Scenes. Perfect for a nice nude nail in the spring. Now moving into my greens. This is one of my Pure Ice polishes, and they don't make these anymore. So I definitely want to like hold on to these, but I also want to use them too. So you know, I don't want it to dry out, but I also don't want it to like just sit and go to waste. I still want to use it even though I can't repurchase these. But this is the shade Peas and Quiet, and it is just a very pale, I did a horrible job swatching this, but it's a very pale, not really mint green. I don't really know what you would call that. It's like a yellowish green in a way, but very, very pale. These colors can be a little bit difficult to work with, but this just screams spring to me. It's just like the perfect pale green. And I need to add another swatch to that because that looks like trash. There we go. That's a better representation of what it should look like. So, definitely on the green side. I want to show it next to that nude yellowy color, the OPI, just so you can really see how green it really is. It's almost like a sickly green. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like if you watch a cartoon and their face turns green, this is the color that it turns. But I like it. I think it's different and unique, but still very subtle. And again, that is Peas and Quiet by Pure Ice. You may be able to find it online, but I'm sure you can dupe this out with something else if you don't have this one. Okay, so now we have a more in-your-face green, and this is another Pure Ice shade, and this is called Lucky Charming. And it's just a beautiful green shimmer. It has like a little bit of like a yellow lime green shift to it. But yeah, this one's beautiful and one of the brighter ones that I have in my collection. I don't have but just a couple with a finish that's not a cream finish. There's something about like a pastel cream finish that just seems very spring-like to me, but I really did love this one. And it seemed like a very spring shade, even though it's a little bit darker and it's not that like creamy pastel. It still just seemed like new leaves and grass and just greenery. It kind of looks like the fake grass that you put in Easter baskets. So it's kind of like if all the other colors were like the pastel Easter eggs, this was the grass underneath, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's Lucky Charming by Pure Ice. I love this shade. I've had this for a while as well. Obviously, it's one of my Pure Ice polishes, so I've had them a little longer than some of the others, but it's still in really good shape. It's a beautiful shimmer. Now for another green, and this one is very bright, very vibrant. Still has that like grass in the bottom of the Easter basket kind of vibe. Whoop. It's not quite as dark or I mean, yeah, it's not quite as dark as the Lucky Charming, and it's a little bit more like neon, where this one has a little bit more depth to it. And obviously this one is a cream shade. I wore this in a manicure already this month, so you'll be seeing that. But here's the swatch. It's just very out there. And I wore this with a hollow flaky topper, and so it was perfect. It literally looked like the iridescent grass in the bottom of an Easter basket. Like, you're probably tired of hearing about the Easter baskets, but this is a spring polish haul, and that's what I think of. So this is Energy, by the way. I didn't say the name. But Energy by LA Colors, a perfect spring vibrant green. So now moving into some blues. This is another one that has a different finish. It's going to be hard to tell, but it has a slight shimmer in there. It's very, very, very subtle. Like, people wouldn't know unless they was right like on your nails. But it's kind of like the same blue shimmer as what's in the polish. So it's very, very subtle. This one is called Hard Bitten. And this one's a little bit tricky to work with. Some of these pastel Sally Hansen's are. But this is the perfect sky blue. Like, this is not too dark, not too light. Like, it's definitely blue. But it's not overly bright and obnoxious. It's just the perfect spring blue. And that little bit of shimmer in there. I hope that you can see it on camera. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a view of it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell. But it's a little bit tricky. Like I said, I do have a swatch video of all these, so you'll be able to tell. But it really is just the perfect, just beautiful pastel sky blue. Okay, and going a little bit lighter, this is a blue, but it almost looks like a gray or a white. So very, very like a natural nail, not nude, but just very natural and neutral, I guess is what I would say. But this is Patience and Peace by Orly. And it's definitely a blue, but it is very, very pale. Very much almost leaning white or gray. Let me show it next to Hard Bitten. It makes Hard Bitten look dark. But again, this is a perfect, perfect blue, especially if you don't want something just like loud and in your face, but you still want something a little bit colorful and springy. This is the perfect polish. Okay, now moving on to more like a purpley tone. This is Mystical, and it's one of the Mermaid Magic polishes by LA Colors. This is not an opaque polish, so you could wear it on your own if you build it up, and it is very, very pretty. It's got like it's purple with like a seafoam green shift to it. So it's the third one that I have that's not just a cream. But you can see my nail through it, the swatch. So it's definitely not opaque. But if you wanted to wear it over like a blue polish or a purple polish, I think it would be beautiful. I like it on its own, but you could pair it up with like a matching purple. And I'm actually getting ready to show some more purples, and I'll show it over top of it. But yeah, this is just a little bit something different, and it has that iridescent shimmer to it, or not shimmer, shift to it. Again, kind of like the little Easter grass that you can get in different colors. That's just got that little bit of a shift. So very much a spring color to me, and that is Mystical by LA Colors. Going into one of my new polishes again, this is the Ella and Mila Lilac Luster. Just a perfect pale, dusty purple. Absolutely love this one. I talked about it in my last video, so I'm not going to go overboard with it. But this just screamed spring, like classy spring to me. And this is one that you definitely could layer this over top of, and it would be a beautiful polish. So I might actually do that, kind of have this manicure, maybe have this as an accent nail or something like that over top of it. But I think that would be beautiful. So these definitely have the same kind of purple to them, but obviously one's a cream, and then this one has that iridescence to it. But very perfect for a pastel light purple. And this is actually the last one, but this is the Color Club Digging the Dancing Queen. And like, I look at this, I'm like, is it pink? Is it purple? What is it? But I'm obsessed with this color. I'll show you next to some of the pinks that I had, just so you can see. It's definitely got a purple kind of shift to it. I'll put it next to the purple as well. So they all are different, but this one is like Easter egg. Like, that is Easter egg purpley pink. And I absolutely love this color. It's definitely a cool toned pinky purple, and I'm just like obsessed with it. This one doesn't lean too bubblegumish for me either. It's got that purple hue to it that makes it a little bit different. And this is just the color I'm obsessed with right now. And I just think it screams spring. Like, spring is here. This is the color bow tie the Easter Bunny is wearing. And yeah, I think it's just so cute. Actually, I'm probably going to do a Easter egg manicure now that I'm thinking about it. That seems really fun. But we'll see. I might get online and look up some ideas. But yeah, that is the last polish for my spring picks. I'm going to put them all on here so you can just look at them all together. So right here are my 15 nail polish picks for spring. I am going to try to get through all of these. Like I said, I'll probably do some mixing and matching and some nail art to kind of get them all in there. I might not do a full manicure with each of these. Actually, I know I'm not going to. But anyway, here they are. I think this is a great selection for spring. I feel like I'm covered. And like, I'm definitely going to wear what colors I want, even in any other season. But I do want to squeeze these in during the springtime, but I'll definitely be mixing in some more like brighter or vampier, darker colors in the mix of my manicures as well. But I do want to get these used this spring. So let me know what you think of the selection, what color you like the best. If you have any of these, what do you plan on wearing for this spring? Do you go by season, or you just wear what you want when you want? So, but I love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.